Okay, so for the tools you'll need a tape measure, a pencil, and a jigsaw. And then this is trim. It's flexible. You can also use PVC, something flexible. This wall is 6 feet tall, so I measured 4 feet from the bottom on each side. It makes it easier to line up your curve. You take your material, you line it up with the top, and then you line it up with the lines that you made. And then you just trace the curve. Just like that. Okay, now that your curve is drawn, your jigsaw, you're going to want to use a scroll saw blade. It makes a nicer cut when you do it. So when you get your scroll saw blade in here, you also want to lower the speed. So this is a higher speed, this is a lower speed. So you want to lower the speed down pretty far so that it also doesn't make it rough when you cut it. I cut mine on a table and just have it hanging over the edge of the table so the blade doesn't cut your table, obviously. And then you're going to follow the cut with the jigsaw, and if anything, stay on the outside of your line. That way if you mess up, you can sand it up to where your line is. Okay, so this wall, same concept as the previous wall. This one is just getting a curve on one side. So again, same concept. So this one I'm going to line up with the corner, and then with the mark that I drew, you can bend it to figure out what angle you want it. Hold it in place. Follow your curve. And there you go. Okay, so the leg supports for the walls, you're going to want to cut it to 12 inches. Measure 12 inches. You can use a miter saw, a circular saw. You can even use a jigsaw. But the easiest way, you can have Home Depot cut it for you. Just tell them the size that you need. You'll need 2 supports, 2 legs per wall. Alright, so you have your 2x4s that are cut down to 12 inches. You place them behind the wall. And then you have 2-inch construction screws. You're just going to drill from the front. You can hold on to the board in the back. I do suggest having a second person to help you so that they can hold the wall stable. After you attach the legs, when you put the screws in, you want to make sure they're a little bit below the edge of the wood. Then you want to take some wood filler. Just fill in the holes. That way you can't see them. You let it dry. Once everything's dry, then you just take a little piece of sandpaper, really lightly sand it, take paint, touch it up, and then you're all done.